Thank you. Thank you very much. Please be seated. This is fabulous. It's an honor to be here tonight. I want to thank Lena and all the committee for making this happen. A record crowd. What a turnout. Thank you for coming. Come on, let's get fired up here a little bit. Now, if you think back, not too far, but if you go back to 2010, where were we as a state? We had an economy that had been suffering for a decade. We had a broken government, and everyone's sort of written us off. Well, that wasn't right. Michigan will not be beaten. We have too much spirit in our state. We have the best people in the world, and it was time for a new attitude. Fixing Michigan simply was not good enough. It was time to reinvent our state, and that reinvention is underway. And it's not about my efforts. The reason we're succeeding is because about we, not me. It's a we about us coming together with relentless positive action to say it's not about blame, it's not about credit. It's about simply saying we're a great state, we're solving our problems, we're using common sense, we have a brighter future ahead of us, and we are going to deliver for people in need today and our children of the future. And we have a challenge this fall. That's why we're here tonight, is to get prepared for an election. It is critically important that we continue to have leadership in the House of Representatives with Jace Bolger and his team. Let's get him reelected. It is critical we have the right leadership in the Supreme Court. And let's stand up for Steve Markman, Brian Zara, and our other candidate. And then the fun part for many of you is we have national elections, and it's great to have people represent our presidential candidates here tonight. I want to welcome Rick Santorum. Welcome, Rick. And I want to give a special shout out to a hometown person, Ann Romney. Welcome. Thank you. And then we have a Senate campaign and congressional races, and we need to win those. And how are we going to win those? By showing our citizens, our customers, that we've getting the job done. By showing results. We're a role model for Washington. If you look at the challenges in Washington, they don't have a budget, they have a budget deficit, they're holding back the rest of the United States. We have shown them the way. We have balanced a budget. We got rid of a $1.5 billion deficit. We're putting money aside. We put $5.6 billion as payments down on our liabilities in terms of reforms. That is progress, not just for us today, but for our children and our future. And one especially proud thing is the elimination of the job-killing Michigan business tax. I hope many of you saw it. The Tax Foundation said we went from 49th for our corporate tax system to 7th in the course of 1 year. And we're continuing that path. Regulatory reform. We've gotten rid of over 300 regulations. We are reforming everything in sight to say it's about a new, better way of doing things in our state. So as we look towards the future, let's continue the path here in Michigan with the House, with the Supreme Court, with the great leadership we already have in place, and let's continue that tradition to Washington. There is a broken Washington today. It is time for us to get more involved, to step up and say, let's look at Michigan as a model of how to show good government, common sense government, responsible government, to build a bright future for more and better jobs and for our children. We have that opportunity. Let's speak up, let's be loud, and let's make it happen. Thank you so much for letting me join you tonight.